guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alejandra and I'm here with my husband today,
Peter.
So after we posted our empty house tour, a lot of you guys requested us to do like tips or information on how it went or our process was for the purchasing the home. Now, major disclaimer to begin with, we are not realtors, lenders, loan officers, anything.
Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, we are not, none of that. We don't have like exact information for you guys. This is totally based on our experience and what we went through. So we had a couple questions on Instagram. Yeah, I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram. I have them saved here on my phone. Any comments you want to go into before we?
Anything's possible. You can do it.
That's true. Yeah, so let me start off first by saying like we weren't even like looking into purchasing a home this year.
I mean, we were, but not so soon.
Yeah, like, well, obviously I wanted a house between now and maybe the summer. But crazy thing, there was a what is an open house? Like two houses down where we're living at. So we went over and we talked to the agent selling. So so we went in there. The lady was like super the lady was like super, he's like hella nervous. The lady was super nice, the realtor there, but we weren't even sure if we qualified for anything. So she was like, oh, my broker's gonna come later, like, why don't you guys come? So we were like, okay, and it was a Sunday, we had nothing else to do. So we went after the broker got there. As soon as we walked in, I got this chill-ass vibe from her, like this lady's gonna help us.
Yeah, she was real cool, nice, and she gave us the confidence to continue.
Yeah, or like even wanting to know at least if we qualified. So that's how we started. We wanted to know if we qualified. She was like, oh, well, come to my office, we'll help you. She ended up also being a realtor. She had a broker in her office as well though. So she literally walked us through the process. And I think this dives into one of the questions one of the people had on here. How do we realtor search? Honestly, it's like I mentioned before, it's your gut. Your gut will tell you. Yeah,
because I mean, there's a lot of real estate agents out there, like a lot.
Yeah, but
we luckily we came across her and she was like, bam.
It was awesome. It was really nice. She's a señora, like super hella cool.
Like she's super experienced. Like she knows everything. The good and the bad and what to do, what not to do. She's
been in the business for over 20 years, I believe she said. So she literally guided us like if we were her kids, because obviously she saw we're a young couple, we're trying to you know, become independent. So we went to her office, showed her our paperwork. The first thing you definitely need are taxes of at least the past 2 years, so they can see that your income is consistent, that your employment is consistent, that to see what you'll be able to qualify for. So that's the first thing she wanted from us. When he's self-employed, so that's a little bit different. Even though he did need to take in his taxes, he also needed to show his bank statements just for a backup, right?
Yeah, there's different scenarios. Like I'm a 1099 and I don't know if you guys are, or most of you guys would probably receive a W-2, like which is easier. I think it's a little harder for 1099, but I mean, it's possible. I mean, I did it, or we did it, so that shouldn't hold you back. Definitely.
Now, let me see. The most frequent question is, what do you recommend for first-time buyers? So we're first-time buyers. Now, there's different loans that they offered us. The FHA, which is conventional first-time home buyer. Then conventional, that's if you want to give 5%, right?
Yeah, I believe 5%.
And the FHA, I think you do 3 or 3.5.
It's 3.5, I believe.
Depending on your income. So, and it all depends on how much money you make, which one they would suggest you go with, which loan, and depends on what property you're trying to get as well.
And then it depends how much you make and your credit score.
Definitely, credit score is one of the majors that she said the higher the credit score, the better, I believe. if you have more than 640, you're good. Try to aim even higher than that.
But I think lower than that, I think you still qualify for
FHA.
For some type of loan.
Yeah, but keep in mind that when you have...
Because I believe FHA is a little more strict with certain
that's true.
Criteria, but I mean,
yeah,
you guys should look into that more.
Yeah, definitely check into the different loans and check the pros and cons. We ended up doing conventional. We felt that that fit us, but we did have to put a little bit more down on our home, 5%. But it worked within our budget. Always stay within your budget, because let me tell you, there were some houses that I loved, but if we would have offered, we would have probably been tight every single month, and that is something that we both agreed that we didn't want to like lift tight. Just, you know, bills and mortgage, like, no. So keep that in mind. Now, definitely I want to go a little bit more deeper into that question, because for first-time home buyers, you have to go through, you know, you go to houses, see what you like, and then you also have to make sure that, let's say you like this house, you want to submit an offer, make sure that you look at the roof, you ask about the plumbing, you check the walls to see if there's any like dents or like water stains.
Yeah,
the floors.
That's a really big one. I mean, it goes all by steps. I mean, you get pre-qualified, and then you qualify for a certain type of amount, or whatever amount you qualify for. So then there you start house hunting. Let's say you find one you like, you submit an offer, and then if the seller accepts your offer, then you go from there. Then I believe you need an appraisal, or I don't know which one comes first, is the home inspection or the appraisal, but
yeah,
the home inspection, like when you do the home inspection, like a qualified or certified home inspector goes and inspects like your house thoroughly, like outside. If it has a basement, he's gonna check your basement, your foundation, your roof, everything. But like, make sure, or
you're detailed.
Make sure you're like really checking.
Yeah.
Or he or she is really checking the property, like
thoroughly.
Yeah, like inside and out. Like
what did you say? To definitely have them check the attic?
Yeah, like make sure they check the important stuff, like the roof, the foundation, your plumbing, electrical, like those
furnace,
your AC, if it has an AC, your heater, your furnace, the chimney. Make sure if it has a chimney, the gas valves work. Like all of that's really important, because in the long run, like,
because if they don't work at that point and you still get the house, that's gonna be a lot more money, you know. And you're new homeowner, you already have 1,000 of their expenses. You don't need to fix something else that someone else broke.
So like, I recommend you guys, if you guys come to the home inspection with the inspector,
be on top of them. Like
literally, like follow them.
That's what he did.
Like I'm an inspector also, but I'm not a home inspector. So I had an idea of what the hell he was doing. So I was literally walking behind him, and even then, like, we still missed some things
that we now see, but it's minor stuff that he can fix.
Well, I don't want to say what it is, but we missed some things. So yeah. So make sure, like, if your house has an attic, make sure you tell him or she to get their asses up in the attic. Like, not just peek. Get a flashlight, like, oh, it looks good. Like, no, that's not gonna work.
Because if the house has like a really big attic, that's where you'll see if there's water stains when it's raining, and you'll be able to see if there's a leak. And
so if you're there when it's not raining, like, obviously you're not gonna see the leak. Yeah. So make sure they get up there and check the wood for water stains. And that way you can see if your roof is leaking, because that one's really important. So
and expensive.
I'm sure you guys want that fixed. or credit it to your.
And also your floors, not only the roof gets water damage, also the floors, check that definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. Luckily, I love the floors in my home, so that's no big deal. But yeah, I mean, and the sellers that we bought the house from, they actually did a really good job keeping the house nice.
Took care of it, like it's real maintained.
Yeah. So it depends on, you know, the area that you're purchasing, because some people can leave like a mess in here. They even like what is it, covered up the holes where they had the TVs hang. So we thought that was so nice of them. But yeah, like, let's see, what's another thing that we would recommend for like.
But yeah, that's a very important one, like your home inspection. Make sure they check every goddamn nail if they have to. But
yeah, no, for reals. And then also
what's the big one?
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to like the process part in regards to first time home buying, definitely if you don't have debt like cars or like credit card debt, try and avoid that if you do plan to get a house within the next 1 to 2 years, because it will be a burden when it comes to the process. I personally have a car loan. Luckily, I don't have too much time left with my payments, but at one point she did suggest that I like transfer my car to someone else while I was in the process. Luckily, we were able to show enough funds that we didn't need to transfer that out, because I didn't want it to be like a whole burden or problem. Just to switching out paperwork and names and stuff like that. So I just wanted to keep it like how it was, and we were able to pull through. But do keep that in mind.
But yeah, the more debt free you are, like the better.
Yeah.
Your outcome is gonna be better
when applying
qualifying
for a loan.
Or it's gonna
boost you up for what you're eligible for. Yeah.
What's the other question?
Let's see. Okay, so I have, what's a good down payment and how long did you save? So let's start with the saving part. So I don't know if you guys remember or have been with me for this long, but one of my first videos was how to manage money when you're about to get married or living together, whatever. So I had to snap out of it and I had to start saving, because he's a big saver. So he had already enough money, well, good chunk of money saved. I was saving as well, but like on my own pace, because I like to spend. But like he checked me, I checked myself. He's pretty much, you've been saving since when? Like forever?
Yeah, well, I always like to save. I mean, I always like seeing money in my account. You know what I mean?
I mean, who doesn't? So do I. But like, I also like to have my nails, hair, you know, all the girl stuff.
But yeah, I mean, you need to start saving now. Like, you can't be like, oh wait,
like yesterday, because
let's start saving today and buy a house next year. Like, I don't know how much money you guys make, but it takes some time. Yeah,
like set your goal to whenever you want to, you know, move out. Like we lived together almost 2 years ago. Yeah, we moved in together, got married, moved in together almost 2 years ago. And I believe, I mean, he was already saving prior to that, but like joint together, that since that day we started saving. So it's about to be 2 years, and you know, we were able to save enough money to give our down. And going to her second part of the question is, how much down do you need? Girl, or guy, that is like completely up to the house that you're trying to purchase. Yeah,
that all depends on how much you're qualified for.
Yeah, spend his free time on like realtor.com or Zillow. It gives you kind of an estimate. It's really an estimate, because once you're going into closing costs and escrow fees,
it's an approximately, but it gives you an idea of like how much down.
Yeah, so how much down you have to put and how much you have to save depends on the purchase price of the home, plus add closing costs to it.
Yeah,
because if the seller is not willing to go halves or paying for closing costs, then you're gonna be asked out and you're gonna have to pay for that too.
So I mean, you would have to save for at least 3.5% or 5%. Or I mean, it just all depends.
Like if you're going to go for like a 3.5%, try and save, like if you're going to do a 5%, because you're gonna need people. And this is one thing that like a lot of people that I've talked to have mentioned, that they say that closing costs are like what, $8,000 or like around that.
But it's never that.
No,
like, it's always more.
It was more. We thought that too. So when my
like double that.
Yeah,
basically
when they gave me like the escrow fees and the closing costs thing, because I was looking into everything and I saw what closing costs were, I was like, what the hell? Like I called my realtor right away, and it was just, she was like, yeah. But she did explain that because when we submitted our offer and we got that counter, the realtor, their agent said that we have to use their company to do the closing and the escrow, and
their expenses were more. Yeah,
so we agreed because we had no idea. We thought like everyone charges the same. We didn't know it was different companies. That's how new we are to this. And then
so they're a little more expensive to use
because it's a bigger company or whatever. Yeah. So it was like really expensive. And then I was like, well, why is it this much to our realtor? And she was like, well, it's their company.
Yeah, their fees were just more.
And even then we found out about this way at the end, when we had already done our first deposit, and we were like a week or two away from closing, right? How long until you were in escrow? Okay, so from start to finish, how long were we?
It was like a month and like a week or two.
Yeah, we started on the very first week of February in escrow, and we were actually going to close March 6th. That was our first date that she gave us, 30-day escrow. And then she said, oh, well, we can close February 28th. And we were like, what? Like, it's like a whole week earlier. Like, it's crazy. Less than 30 days closing on a house. But then it was tax season, and they always need to verify like your income with the IRS or whatever. And because it's tax season, it took longer than it should have. So it backed us out even longer than March 6th. We closed on March 10th. That's when we got the keys.
So it was like a month and like a week or two.
Yeah,
Which is
not bad at all.
I guess it's not bad at all compared to other people that I hear that it's over a month or two. Yeah,
a lot of people say that it's like 3 months, 6 months. So I expected it to be a long process. So when she told me 30 days, by February 28th, I was already anxious to get my keys, but we had to wait until March 10th. But whatever, we're here already. Yeah, also that's pretty much the turnaround time. I don't even know what it depends on. Maybe on how soon the seller wants to move, or it all depends on the seller as well, because let me tell you, we had submitted an offer on our first house, and they were being so difficult. It took them over a week to accept or deny our offer or counter to our offer. They ended up accepting it, but at that point we didn't even want it anymore because they were being so difficult or taking too long, wasting our time. And that house had Melrose. So Melrose is, depending on the area where you're purchasing and how new your property is, I believe from 2005 and on, the houses, depending on the area, have a Melrose, which is an additional yearly fee that's added onto your mortgage. That you're just paying like for no reason, just because your house is newer, and at that point they needed to pay for plumbing or whatever, something that's like irrelevant.
Contribution to the city.
Just because.
Well, yeah,
pretty much. Aside from an HOA fee, which is a community, it's a community. It's not a gated community here, but you have an HOA fee where you have to pay monthly for them to cut your grass and take care of. Here, we're in an HOA community as well. They have a pool, basketball court, tennis court. Yeah, they have stuff like that. So in order to keep that maintained, it's like, cool, we're paying for like our services.
It charges.
But here is, aside from that, it's also the Melrose in that house. So we were already discouraged because of that, and it was only a 3-bedroom. So I was kind of like, I was aiming for a 4-bedroom.
Another thing, like when you're house hunting, like don't fall for the first house.
Know.
Like
I did, but then it was that one, and then I got over it.
Like keep looking, like don't fall for the first one, because
there's more.
There's more. Like there's more options. open.
I had fallen in love with the house. It was beautiful, 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 but
it had Melrose and HOA.
Yeah, both. So that's 2 extra fees, and only 3 bedroom, a very small backyard. I just like it. It was appealing to the eye because it was very beautiful, but you know, I was just going for that in the kitchen pretty much. But yeah, he knocked some sense into my head. And then because we went to go see a couple more houses like that weekend.
Better than that one.
I know.
And it didn't have Melrose.
No Melrose. So we went to go see some houses. We fell in love with one. Unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a popular one, and we got outbid. And even then, that we had submitted our offer higher than what they were asking for, and we still got outbid. So that tells you how much people wanted that home.
Yeah, that too. Like, we might get outbid. Like, sometimes you're not even gonna get the house you want.
The seller can be difficult, or you could get outbid. But we were kind of disappointed because we really liked that house. The master bedroom was amazing, but whatever.
Yeah,
like, por algo pasan las cosas.
So now, like, you're qualified in putting offers. Like, you still have the chance that you're not gonna get the house
that you like.
So other people are submitting offers also. So now it's a goddamn bidding war.
And when we went home to look at houses,
now that there's not that many houses on the market.
Yes,
So people literally, like, when we would go to the open house, we
were following each other.
Houses that were barely going on open house around the area we live, literally, like, the families, you would see the same families at every open house. All the
open houses, yeah. And we were like, oh my god.
And they were packed.
So yeah, so you can get outbid even though you really like that house. So then after we got outbid on that one, we went, I think during that week, to come see this one and another one. But as soon as I walked into this one, like, it felt like home. It felt like home, so homey. I was like, oh, this is it. I didn't want to go see the other one, but we still went to go see the other one and just see it in again. It's only like a block away, right?
Yeah, so we saw that one, and then we saw this one. And this one,
like, it went us over.
Had a good feeling that this one's gonna be the one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a gut feeling that this one felt like home. It was just in a house. It felt like home. So I called our realtor. We submitted an offer. Within that same week, they accepted, and
the same day or the next following day, like, they called our agent back, and like, everything went good from there.
Yeah, and then that was pretty much it. That's why we were gonna close even earlier than what we had expected, but due to the freaking tax season, it delayed us about a week and a half. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Also, consider your options. Like he said, don't go for the first house. I swear I thought I wanted that first house, but
yeah, like, no. Browse around, look for a bunch of houses,
and don't just go off of what your realtor shows you. They might have access to more houses on the MLS, but also do your research on, like, looking at other properties, even if they're the only ones on Realtor or Zillow or whatever search engine you want to use. But look at your houses and send them to them, so at least they know what kind of house you're looking for. Let them know yes to a pool, no to a pool, big yard, small yard, 5 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. Like, you let them know exactly what you want, because they don't know. All they do is just, you know, sell the house or help you through the process, but they don't know what you want. And keep in mind, this is long term. It may not be your forever home, but it for sure is not going to be a 2-3 year house. This is, you know, sometime you're going to be, unless you plan to be here only 3 years, but I highly doubt it.
You never know.
What if we win the lottery, huh?
We might be out of here in
imagine. But yeah, I mean, keep that in mind.
Because we still have goals.
Of course, baby, of course.
But yeah, other than that, like, do your research. Like, some might be new. I was new. I mean,
we both knew
SWAT. Real estate terminology that you're not used to hearing.
PMIs. And
yeah, like, make sure you do your own research and Google it.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
does.
And when I just said a PMI, that's pretty much the insurance to the insurance of a loan. If you give anything less than 20% down, you will be stuck paying that.
Yeah.
So pretty much all of us, because we.
Welcome to the club.
Exactly. So it's extra money. Oh, and then we also learn about impound accounts where you're gonna put funds into it so that they can pay your taxes off of it. So that's like another couple $1,000s that you gotta set aside into that. But they added into the closing cost, so you probably won't even know unless they explain it to you. I had my realtor explain it to me twice because I didn't get it. She felt like the perfect realtor for us, and we're happy. We're really happy. She was so helpful. And if you guys want her information, feel free to contact me or him. We can offer that information to you guys. We highly recommend for at least the San Fernando Valley area. I'm not sure if she'll be willing to help anywhere else, which I'm pretty sure, but you guys can always contact her for that info.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I think she said she sold houses from all the way to San Diego.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything Southern California or even anywhere else.
Yeah.
We're speaking for her, but
I know. I mean, you guys can hit her up, but let me know if you guys want
information. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask us questions about
anything. Like, we're pretty open to, you know, providing you guys the information, because we didn't have any other people like telling us, oh, expect this, expect that. So if it weren't for all the questions we asked her, or that we Googled or watched videos or stuff like that, then we wouldn't have known a lot of the stuff. So if you guys have questions, like he said, you know, feel free to comment down below, message us, whatever. We are open to answering you guys' questions.
But yeah, man, it's possible. Like, you guys can do it. Like, we did it. Like, you guys can do it too. So
definitely, like,
build some courage and start.
Échenle ganas, because it's doable. Like, who in a million years thought I was gonna be homeowner at 24 and at 28? Like, actually sure I didn't think so, even though like I always have like goals and standards so high up there. But it kind of still feels like it's incredible. Like, we are homeowners. We gotta pay a whole ass mortgage now. But we're so blessed, and we appreciate all the love and support we received on our last video for the empty house tour. But I don't know, anything else? I feel like we're missing something.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, like, make sure you save enough money. Saving is key. Save extra money.
Yes, I think that's one of the main points.
Because moving into a house or a condo, like, if you're moving in from a smaller place, or from not having no appliances, like, you need to have money to buy a fridge. If you're gonna buy a washer and dryer,
definitely.
And then those are pretty much the most important.
Well, those were the essentials for us. Yeah. Washer and dryer, definitely. We had a small fridge at our other place, but I definitely wanted to upgrade to a bigger one once we moved in. So we decided to do that. Luckily, our house had a microwave and a stove, so we didn't have to invest in that at the moment. They're working perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure they're not even that old. So I'm not worried about that. But if your home doesn't look into that, some homes do come with appliances. So make sure check that off your list of having to spend it. And then also keep in mind, when he said, you know, save extra money, yes, you'll need to furnish that home. It may take you some time, because look at us, no couches.
But yeah, like, don't go all out. Like, that's one thing.
Yeah, take your time, definitely. Don't
waste all your extra money to finish your home. And
yeah, because
I think it's always good to have money in your savings just in case something happens. But
yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah, don't just save like exactly for that house, because if you're already gonna only save up and have only to pay that mortgage or those bills for that first month, and then live paycheck to paycheck, you don't want to put that strain on yourself, which will affect your body and mind. So
but yeah,
don't let that happen.
Save a lot of money if you can.
Yeah,
work on your credit score. Try to be debt free if possible.
Definitely.
And then your agent,
your gut, I'm telling you, your gut will tell you when you feel that person is right. Like I swear to you,
work with the couple. Like, they're not all the same, or some are more,
just ask questions,
have more knowledge than the other ones, or they're willing to help you with anything they can.
Yeah,
with like any questions you have.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Oh, definitely a tip. You're gonna have to change your locks on all the entries of your house. Do that like the first day you get your keys, or at least the day that you're gonna spend the night.
Oh, and then when you close on the house, well, you're gonna be the new owner, so
oh yeah.
Also changing the bills to your name.
You have to call gas company, light, water, trash. Yeah, you have to call all of them and reconnect everything, but now to your name for the new homeowner. If not, te vas a bañar con agua fría.
Yeah. So that's something else that you guys should know, that changing the bills to your name.
Definitely. Also, if you live in an HOA community like we do, you know, make sure that you are okay with paying those dues every month and by when. Yeah. And then...
But yeah, I think that's
pretty much it. I don't know if we're missing anything. I can't really remember, but if we do, like he said and like I said, feel free to message us. We are open to answering your guys' questions. Or if there's a lot more questions that you guys feel we did not answer, we can go ahead and make another video up about it. So go ahead and send them to us or comment them down below. That's it for today. We really appreciate you guys coming back to my channel and, you know, offering your feedback on our videos. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and like and subscribe for more videos like this.
Thank you guys
for watching.
Ranch Life.
Bye.